Well, it's been a big day as far as the fifth phase of the elections go. Joining us now, our team of reporters. Mufti Isla joins us from Udhampur, Maria Shakil from Rampur, and Prabhakar Kumar from Patna, and of course with me in the studio, Bhupendra Chaubey. Appreciate you joining us. Let me start by asking you, Mufti Isla, the voter turnout has been good in that constituency. What does this indicate? What is the sense that you get on the ground? Is Omar Abdullah and the National Conference safe or not?
Well, extremely high voter turnout, given that in 2009 we saw voter turnout of only 45%. Now that has jumped significantly, 24% added to that, and the electoral office out here tells us that it is 70% across the region of Udhampur Roda. Now Ghulam Nabi Azad is the biggie who's contesting from this area, and he's being challenged by BJP's Minnow, Dr. Jitendra Singh. But it seems that Modi wave has travelled, and it has travelled extremely fast, especially in the Jammu plains, where there are some 10 lakh votes at stake, and it seems that BJP has gobbled a majority of those votes. Azad would like to come back in Chenab Valley, where he has substantial support, given that he has done a lot of work out there. When he was the chief minister, he built roads, he brought the railway, he even dug up the tunnel, some 11-kilometer tunnel, which has made life easier in that part of the region. Now Azad really was to consolidate in this region, but it seems that it's a tightrope walk for him, and it's more a walk in the park for him.
All right, so it's a tightrope walk there for Ghulam Nabi Azad in Udhampur, but high voter turnout in the state. Let's go across now to Maria Shakil in Rampur. Maria, I believe there was innovation at work to try and get voters to actually come out and vote.
That's right, and in a very interesting logic, we were told by the locals in Rampur that the city that sees an unusual power supply of over 20 hours, that's not really common in most parts of Uttar Pradesh, sees over 20 hours, and that's the reason why we saw almost like 5 hours of power cuts, Shireen, the power really going off from 12 to 5, and that was the period between which we saw women coming out of their homes and casting their vote. Conspiracy theorists are also saying that that was also a kind of statement that was being made by Azam Khan. He does that often, we are told, in every election. That is a statement from his side, that in case if the voters do not come out and vote for him, that will be really the condition of Rampur. But as far as this battle of Ruhelkhand is concerned, Shireen, it's different for different players. For the Congress, this is a battle for survival. They got 3 out of 11 seats in 2009. For the Samajwadi Party, they are trying to maintain their foothold really in this region because they got 4 seats. And for the BJP, they are trying to make some kind of a giant kill. They would really want to ensure that they do not only retain the 2 seats of Aula and Pilibhit that they won in 2009, they would also want to increase their tally. They would want to cross that threshold. That it will essentially mean that the voters, the enthusiasm that is being seen on the ground gets converted into seats.
Okay, Prabhakar Kumar, in Patna, over to you. The big headline coming in from there is that an FIR has actually been lodged against Misa Bharti, Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter, for damaging a vote machine.
Yeah, exactly. A FIR has been lodged against Misa Bharti, who was contesting from the Patliputra Lok Sabha constituency. She is alleged to have damaged the EVM machine. She entered inside the polling station and did that. The counter FIR has been lodged by the party, and the RJD alleges that actually Misa Bharti was there to see and to meet her voters when the BJP supporters tried to mishandle. So the FIR from both the sides have been lodged, and that is one constituency where all eyeballs were there throughout the day, because that is the Misa Bharti is making her debut from there, the daughter of Lalu Prasad Yadav. And Lalu Prasad Yadav for last 1 month has been leaving no stone unturned to ensure a successful debut of his daughter. The other important contestant in phrase from Patna Sahib, Shatrughan Sinha, was trying his luck second time on the BJP ticket.
All right, Prabhakar Kumar, Mufti Isla and Maria Shakil, appreciate you joining us there with the ground reports from those 3 crucial states. But Bhupen, what do we make of Bangalore South? For our audience, Nandan Nilekani is someone that we've been tracking for several years. As he makes his political debut, is he in trouble? Because the voter turnout may seem to suggest so.
Yes, you're right. You know, just look at the amount of media space which has been captured by this one battle which was taking place in Bangalore South. It was a classic David versus David kind of a battle which is taking place. Nandan Nilekani with his 7,700 crores of declared wealth versus Anand Kumar, who's been an MP of the BJP since 1996. And what do you see? Come polling day, people just don't come out and vote. The figure which has been most shocking for me is that in a place like Jammu and Kashmir, you have seen a 24% increase in polling. Yeah. And in a place like Karnataka, the overall mean figure of polling is just over 50%. What is the polling percentage in Bangalore South itself? Just over 40%. Surely, the Bangaloreans were not looking at this Thursday as a part of an extended weekend. It just shows, I think, that what has happened is that whether it's the Congress party or the BJP, the choice of candidates on both sides across the state. The BJP going in with the likes of a Sriramullu and a Yedurappa, and the Congress, of course, struggling with its kind of allegations which have been leveled on corruption. I think somewhere along the line, the voters of Bangalore were just not enthused despite Mr. Nandan Nilekani's presence.
Let's talk about Orissa. 70% voter turnout there in Orissa. We've been talking about how the polls suggest that the BJP could perhaps emerge as the second party after the BJD in the state. What does this high voter turnout mean for the BJP and for the BJD, you think, in Orissa?
Well, conventionally, a higher voting percentage is always bringing trouble for the incumbent parties. Now, this is a state where the BJD had done reasonably well. The opinion polls that we had showed did reflect that there was a certain sense of unease with Naveen Patnaik. Having said that, they also reflected that the popularity levels of Naveen Patnaik were very much in control, and he was holding on to his lead. I think that with this kind of polling that has taken place in Orissa, the number of rallies which have been carried out by Mr. Modi in Orissa, I think that there is a direct relationship between the two. I think that Orissa will be one state where the BJP is really hoping to make a rich harvest of seats from there.
The two quick other states that I want to get your comments on, Bhupen, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, almost 55% in Madhya Pradesh, about 63% in Rajasthan. The likes of Sachin Pilot, Jyotiraditya Scindia in the fray. You've been perhaps working the phones through the day. What's the sense that you get about the Congress's fortunes in both these states?
I think Rajasthan is the critical area because in 2009, one of the reasons why the Congress got up to those 206 seats was because the Congress did very well in Rajasthan. They virtually made a complete sweep. Or out of the total number of seats which went to polls in this phase today, the Congress got as many as 16. Now you have a scenario where there is a BJP government in power which is in Rajasthan. Historically, any party which comes to power in Rajasthan at an assembly level ends up making a big gain at the Lok Sabha level. The 2003 election was an aberration where Vasundhara Raje came to power in Rajasthan, but then the BJP ultimately lost power in 2004. I think that Rajasthan is one area where the Congress would really be challenged. The state of Madhya Pradesh is the other key area. Look at the kind of polling percentages at the recently concluded assembly polls, for instance. 70%, upwards of 75%, and it was a clean sweep for the BJP in both these areas. Barring Guna in Madhya Pradesh, which frankly, I mean, Jyotiraditya Scindia could have been from any party, and ultimately it would have been a cakewalk for him. I think that barring Guna, the Congress is really going to struggle in Madhya Pradesh on those seats which have gone to polls.
All right, we're done with another crucial phase of the elections, and of course the big one, the battle for Mumbai on the 24th. Bhupen, we'll check in with you then, but for today, thanks very much for joining us on Election Exchange.